I don't normally post videos like this one, but I thought it'd be better to give you a rundown of what's been going on in my life or what has not been going on in my life. I feel lost. I have no sense of self, no sense of direction. I've just been pulling at the seams. And if you follow me on my blog, which you should do, you know that I have sort of said this in the past, but if you don't, then that's fine. I wrote an article about it on January 19th, and this video is probably coming out on April or May something. Well, no, it isn't. But point is, I don't know who I am. No one knows who they are anymore. And I feel like I'm hustling towards a life that I don't know I want anymore. I don't know what I want. No one knows what they want anymore. I I knew what I wanted once upon a time. I'm sort of going to be going off of my article here and speaking to you in full confidence, just for kicks. The article is titled Why I'm Staying in My Hometown Plus About Myself. I titled it Why I'm Staying in My Hometown because I feel like there's such a negative connotation with staying in your hometown. There's nothing wrong with staying with what's familiar. There's nothing wrong with staying with the people you love, with the people you hold dear and close to your heart. But I always felt this immense pressure to just leap into the unknown. And that's what I did. I came back from college. I did college, okay? I did college. And oh God. So it's not like I didn't leave. I left. I just wish I didn't. What I'm saying plus about myself because I still do. I have such a negative perception of my hometown, mainly because there's so much drama, so much to unpack, so much baggage to unpack, if you will. I vow to try to be happy, to be open minded, to be kinder to myself, to compare my progress to realistic objectives, not to what others have done. I vow to try and be my best self. I may not know what will happen, but I knew once upon a time that I do not anymore. I've got nothing to lose, back to square one. News travel faster than lightning. How long will it take for them to know I've hit rock bottom? News travel faster than lightning is the title of a song that I wrote when I first got here after winter breaks. I graduated from college in winter. And it's a song about how I don't want people to associate me with being a failure just because I came back to my hometown, but that's inevitably what's going to happen. I don't want to be a failure. I've never tried to be a failure. I've always been an overachiever, and somehow it feels like I'm always underachieving. I vow to spread positivity and become a beacon for those who are still going through trying times like I am too. I am willingly choosing the easy life, willingly giving up whatever idea of success was engraved into my brain by those who wished me the best in the form of a candy apple. Only it was glazed with poison, delicious, sugary poison. I thought I wanted the apple to make the most money, to be the first, the youngest. But I don't. I want to be happy. One needs to let go of this makeshift prison in order to find joy. And this is what I'm doing. You need to let go of expectations if you expect to be happy in life. The only thing you can expect is absolutely nothing at all. If you expect to be disappointed. And then you find surprise. I don't expect anything. I am choosing the easy life. I am choosing to stay with what's familiar to me, with the streets that I grew up around. I am choosing to stay around the trees that I grew up around. I am choosing to go to the same grocery store that I went with my father years ago. I am choosing to stay in with the kind of people that I grew up despising. Because I need to find joy, and constantly hustling for something is not make me happy. I'm talking about moi, okay? You can talk about yourself and you can hustle for the good life and try to get an apartment in Tribeca that's, I don't know, $200 million a month. And you get the point. You can work, you can overwork yourself, live the luxurious life, but have no time left to enjoy it. But try to convince yourself that that's what you want. Point is, you're always going to have to sacrifice something. I naively believed that you could have everything you wanted in life, but turns out you're always going to have to make a choice. And opening a door means closing another one or not going through another one. And we have to live with those choices. The years I went to college, I'm never gonna get back. I wish I never did. I wish I never did. But I'm not gonna have. I'm never gonna get those years back. So I vow to let go of any notions or preconceptions that I may have. I want to let myself be surprised by what is out there. More often, even the smallest of places can be bigger than we think. We are just blinded by ambition, tunnel vision, no more. Ocean wide, sky high expectations that I vowed to crush. Now that I'm reading this back a week after in this, I can say that a current a motif in this article is the idea of expectations and how the writer, the narrator, feels so insecure. It's almost as if society is something that's very important to the narrator. Well, the narrator is me, but I didn't know that at the time because I publish, write, publish, and never bring back my words. But now that I'm doing it, it's so crazy. Familiarity is often underrated. You can venture into the unknown, but deep within you will always yearn for home. To achieve one of the big three, you need to sacrifice the former. That is something that I am not willing to do. I demand an easy life, simple, happy life, urban life, comfortable. The latter mistook for weakness, when in reality it is a quality we assign to things we love and hold dear. I love my comfort, thus I will protect it because I deserve tranquility. I don't know if the big three are achievable. Big three being the first, the youngest, or the best. Or the youngest, the best, and the well, same things, different order. The best, the youngest, or the first. I don't know if the big three are achievable, and I'm about to pretend like I don't care until I actually don't, if that's possible. I engage in a never ending race, missing what matters most in life: happiness, family, wealth, and how wealth in reality is health, travel, education, peace, and sunlight, not days cramming in a single bulb lit office working for the man or trying to become the man. I am better off being a man, and in that I vow to become one with it. If something is clear to me, is that I want to connect with people. That is the only reason why I want to make music, to connect with people, to be there for the crowds. I want to be out there. That's why I write music about my. That's why I write music about fantasy scenarios as a form of escapism. That's why I will never write music about my romantic life or exotic lifestyle because that's rubbish. That's pollution. Music should always be a form of escapism or a form of expression, another form of marketing exploitation. And music can be a diary. Music can be an outlet for an artist. But in this world, I believe it's best psychologically to escape and withdraw, fight or flight. I'm 100% flight. Just I avoid, I withdraw. I will never ever in my life fight if flight is an option. That's why music is always an escapism for me. A lot of my news, for example, going back to News Travel Faster Than Lightning, the song that I wrote, it's a song that, yes, it comes from a lot of personal experience, but toward the end of the song, or apart from the chorus, News Travel Faster Than Lightning, how long will it take for them to know I've hit rock bottom, even if, for them to see I've hit rock bottom, even if nobody knows now. Apart from that, there's not a single line in the song that relates to my personal life. Because who am I? How self-centered do you have to be to write music? And how self-centered do you have to be to write music about your own personal experience and self-depict your life as interesting to others? I'm not like that. Regardless of where I'm at, I vow to always keep my music authentic to its core, connected to the people, to general experiences, to fictional stories, but never as a form to diss someone, never as a political anthem, and never a purely biographical song. Political songs, music should never be political. The power of music, the power of artistry, the power of the internet. If an artist, I believe that as an artist, my job is not to abuse my power and to lead my fandom into a political idea which I favor. That is not what I want to do. That's abuse of power. That's unethical and that's pathetic. My position as an artist is to release music and to entertain people. My position as an artist is not to give ideas as a politician. Because if you knew the power that music holds, you should not be abusing the power you hold to favor your own ideals. You should never be doing that. Or to diss someone. Diss tracks. What do you mean write a diss track? Go write in your diary like the normal person that you are. I vow to keep my texts sane and pure so that the reader finds themselves in a position where they can decide what is best for them and always stay in touch with who they are. Because who you are is the most honest form of kindness and good in the world. I'm staying to keep grounded, to be loved, to love, to heal, to cry, to laugh, to live. And I vow to tell myself that until I believe it, because even after what it feels like 1,000 words, I still don't, but somehow that's fine to me. I don't know what awaits for me. I have applied because, I'm in my early 20s. I still got time to go. I'm not gonna stay in my hometown and live out of my parents just forever. I'm not gonna do that. I need to carry on. I need to move on. I like doing this. I like talking to a camera. And it doesn't feel like, well, this feels a little bit more conversation. But singing and uploading covers and writing music, it doesn't feel like work. I don't earn a penny from that. I know there are ways to monetize it. I haven't looked into that yet. I'm not sure when I will, but there's no rush. At least not now. I can live off my savings because I hustled for the good life. I have some savings left, a decent amount. I went to college for one of those majors that can tell you what to do with your money and where to put it. So I have good money. like enough to keep me afloat for like 6 months, which is what you should have. You should always have an emergency fund. But I don't know what I want to do. I know that I want to be out there with the people. I know that I want to. I know that I want to travel. I know that that in order to travel, you need to sacrifice time and you need money, which are two things that I don't have. I would love to go to Paris, to the Olympics. That sounds insane. Paris. My name's London, right? Sometimes I wish my name would be Paris just for like the sake of it. Paris. Whoa. Paris. And the Olympics. And it's saying London's not bad. I don't know who I am. I don't know what I want. This has made me feel better. This has made me feel better. I haven't looked into getting a job here at local spots. I have not yet done that because I have savings. I can live off of that. I'm living the easy life willingly. I believe that as people, you need time to process the big changes in your life. You need time to do that. You cannot just jump from one thing to the other, to the other, to the other, and to power through is a term that Demi Lovato used very often during 2020. Their team suggested they power through a lot of things that happen in her life. We shouldn't just power through things, we should feel things. Okay? Be kind. Just there's no reason you should go out there and be rude and be disrespectful. There's never treat someone with no respect. Everyone deserves respect. And I'm not talking about everyone, as in, yes, I'm talking about the world, okay? I'm talking about the world. I keep looking at this, I need to look at that. But I'm talking about yourself. Be kind to yourself. I practice yoga daily. And if there's one thing that I want to end this video on, is that one should be kinder to oneself in the sense of be thankful to yourself. Thank yourself for small things. Whenever I end my yoga practice, the instructor always tells us, thank yourself for showing up. Thank yourself for taking the time to do this practice. Thank yourself for. So thank yourself for the small things. After I finish recording this, I'm going to thank myself. I'm going to thank myself for recording this video. I'm going to thank myself for taking the time to have done this. I'm going to thank myself for taking the time to read this article. You should be thanking yourself. Because you should never treat someone in a rude manner, and that goes for you too. You should be respectful to yourself. And sometimes we lose sight of the fact that we are people too. We are people too. We can be kind and compassionate, and it's easy to be body positive, and it's easy to be kind and be like, oh, you can do this is good for you, stay in your hometown, that's great. But when it comes to ourselves, that's when the negativity starts to come in. But it doesn't have to be that way, because we are people too. So, in that note, look at my eyes. That's what I wanted to say. Just be kind to yourself. And please, please remember that. I don't know. I have nothing else to say. Have a blessed day. Or night, depending on where you are. If you want to help me No, I have nothing else to say. Please watch my videos, okay? Thank you.